Hello mga ka-joyful! It's Teacher Joy at sa araw na to ay mag-check tayo or magra-rationalize tayo ng ating 5 items assignment in civil service exam. So, binigay ko to sa inyo yesterday lang and today we're gonna check, okay? So, by the way, before tayo mag-proceed, please like and subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. And of course, sa ating Facebook page, paki-follow na lang po. So, again, our enrollment is still ongoing para sa licensure exam for teachers this September and civil service exam naman this August. So, message lang po ako. Ang aking FB account na ginagamit ngayon is yung Maestra ko. So, dyan yun na ako i-message. Okay? Sige. So, let's start number 96. Foods, this question is logic, no? So, foods rich in fat are rich in cholesterol. So, this is a premise 1 or this sentence 1. Sentence 2, some types of cholesterol are bad for the heart. Ito yung 2 natin. And sentence 3, chicken skin is rich in fat. So, ito yung 3 natin. So, first, we're going to understand ano ba yung conclusion natin dito. So, go back to statement 1, ang sabi na ang lahat ng foods na rich, hindi sinabi na lahat, no? Pero walang sinabi na some. So, parang, pag ganito kasi, kapag walang sinabi, it is technically lahat talaga. So, foods rich in fat are rich in cholesterol. Yung mapagkain na rich sa fat ay rich din yan sa cholesterol. Sentence 2. Some types of cholesterol are bad for the heart. Sinasabi sa sentence 2 na yung iba daw na uri ng cholesterol are bad or masama sa puso. So, technically, mapapaisip tayo na not all types of cholesterol ay masama pala. So, kasi ang sinabi dito is some lang. So, take note nyo yung mga ganyan. Sentence 3, chicken skin is rich in fat. Sabi sa sentence 3 na ang chicken skin daw, yung balat ng manok, ay mayaman sa fat. So, kapag mayaman sa fat, go back sa sentence 1, food rich in fat are rich in cholesterol. So, ang ibig sabihin, ang chicken skin, ano yan? A, food rich in cholesterol are rich in fat. Ang food daw na rich in cholesterol ay rich in fat. Parang, ano lang siya, ni-reverse lang yung statement, no? Letter A, sa statement 1 natin. B, foods rich in fat are bad for the heart. Ang food daw na rich in fat ay masama siya sa heart. Si chicken skin is not bad for the heart. The chicken skin is bad for that. Dahil po, guys, natapos tayo sa chicken, so hahanap tayo ng conclusion about sa chicken. So, out natin si letter A, out natin si letter B. Dahil sa chicken ang last statement natin, ito yung magiging conclusion natin. Ano ba yung conclusion natin sa chicken? Letter C na lang, tsaka letter D. Letter C, chicken is not bad for the heart. Tama ba yan? Kasi ang sabi, di ba, chicken skin is rich in fat. Ang sentence 1 natin, lahat ng rich in fat ay cholesterol. At yung ibang cholesterol ay masama sa heart. So, chicken skin is bad for the heart. Ang tamang sagot natin ay letter D. So, yun yung ating tamang sagot at yun yung ating rationale. So, therefore, chicken skin is rich in cholesterol and so, for that, chicken skin is bad for the heart. Yan, di ba? Kaya wag kayong kumain ng balat ng manok. Okay, let's proceed number 97. Submitting. Ayan, hindi na masyado makita. Submitting a good term paper is a necessary condition for passing the course. So, ano yung magiging logic natin dito? A. Myra did not pass the course, hence she had not submitted a good term paper. B. Myra had submitted a good term paper, hence she passed the course. C. Myra passed the course, hence she had submitted a good term paper. D. Either Myra does not submit a good term paper or she passed the course. E. Either Myra submits a good term paper or she does not pass the course. Okay. Go back sa ating phrase or sentence. No? Nasabi dito na submitting a good term paper is a necessary condition for passing the course. So, ibig sabihin, no, ang pagpasa daw ng magandang term paper ay kailangan para ipasa ang isang kurso. So, ano yung magiging logical breakdown natin dito? It's all about Myra. So, si Myra ay kailangan niyang mag-submit or si Myra ay kailangan niyang Myra passed the course, hence, she had submitted a good term paper. Saan ang letter yan? Letter C. Myra passed the course, hence she had submitted a good term paper. So, yun. Nakapasa si Myra sa kurso niya kasi nag-submit siya ng good term paper. Okay, this question daw ay nagtitest ng yung understanding of necessary condition. So, a necessary condition, go back sa statement a necessary condition means, ibig sabihin yan, something must happen for the final result to occur. Ibig sabihin, kailangan, no, may mangyari para maganda yung kinalabasan. So, without it, the result is impossible. Kapag wala yon, magiging imposible ang result. So, however, just doing that one thing does not automatically guarantee success. It is not sufficient condition. Think of it like this. So, having a key is necessary condition to drive a car. So, para makadrive ka ng car, kailangan may susi ka. So, if you are currently driving the car, we know for a absolute fact that you have the key or the key. So, following that exact rule, no, passing and then requires a good term paper. So, kailangan muna yung result at yung ginawa niya. So, yun. Pumasa siya, Myra passed the course. Ito yung pass na una. And then, ano ba yung ginawa niya? She had submitted a good term. So, yun yung role natin kapag ganito, no? Yung result and then, ano yung effect and then, ano yung cause. So, ganun. So, Myra passed the course, hence, she had submitted a good term. Kasi dalawa lang naman yung pagpipilian natin, di ba? Letter B, tsaka letter C. Yung letter B kasi is nauna yung cause niya and then ano ba yung effect niya. So, dito, effect muna and then yung cause. So, Myra passed the course, hence, she had submitted a good term paper. Kasi yung hence is, yun yung babasihan natin. Okay, letter C, number 97. Let's go number 98. Quart is to blank as minute is to blank. A. Liter to time. B. Gallon to 60 minutes. C. Volume to hour. D. Pint to second. O sige. Quart is to blank. And then, ano naman to ang minute, no? So, ano to? It's an analogy question. This question is a double analogy. Bakit double? Kasi dalawa naman talaga yung hinahanap. So, that pairs physical units with the properties they measure or their larger relative scales. So, ang quart ay isang unit para makameasure ng ano. Ang minute ay isang unit para measure ng ano. So, ganun yung ating rule or ang ating hint or clue. So, quart is a specific unit to measure ano? To measure volume. To measure volume. And minute ay isang unit to measure ano naman? Siyempre, time. So, or oras, hour. Ayun, oras. So, letter C ang ating tamang sagot. Quart is 2, volume as minute is 2, hour. Kasi ang quart ay isang unit para makameasure ng volume and yung minute is isang unit para makameasure ng oras or hour or time. So, that is letter C. Yan. So, congratulations guys sa mga nakatama. Let's go number 100. Oh, wala akong 99. Wala tayong 99 dito. Wala. Nakalimutan ko. Anyway, sige. I-mention ko na lang. Sasabihin ko na lang sa inyo. So, makinig. Number 99. Pool is to tool. Plot is to blank. A, calm. B, hum. C, flutter. D, vote. E, lol. L-O-L-L. This question is a tricky question. So, pool, ano ba yung tool, and then plot, no? So, ang tamang sagot natin number 99 is letter D, which is vote. Ang explanation natin dito is a synonym analogy. Synonym analogy, meaning the same ang meaning. So, pag-usapan natin ang pool tsaka tool. Ang pool and tool are similar meaning as words referring to a count, head count, or a fee. So, for example, di ba, ang tool kapag may negosyo ka sa isang market, nagbabayad ka ng tool or yung sasabi ng ano ba yan,